Welcome back to another vlog. I'm Kritter Kyle, and in today's vlog I'm going to be talking about top 5 reptile products that you should not waste your money on. And I'll even throw in a 6th one at the end because I feel it's very important to go over. So this first one I'm going to talk about is a rather important, they're all important, but one of the most common things that are sold in pet stores. And that is the temperature humidity gauges. That also goes with the little the strips that you can also get for aquariums. Those are also trash, and the reason being is they're incredibly inaccurate for one, and two, the Velcro on the back of these things can be very dangerous, and adhesive as well. If it has adhesive and the Velcro could stick to your animal and hurt it really bad, and your animal will not have a fun time if it gets stuck. Now, an alternative to that is you can get a digital hygrometer, thermometer, the 2-in-1s. You can get a cheap one at Walmart. Accurate is the most popular brand, and they cost about the same, if not cheaper, than those gauges. Another thing you can use is the heat gun. I have this Ryobi heat gun, and you just, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the temperature. So this is what I use. Since I will never use this, and this is complete trash, and I don't want anyone else to use this, that's where that's going, right in the trash. Alright, and the second one is those colored heat bulbs. First of all, they are trash. Reason being is that they mess with your reptile's eyesight and the reptile's circadian rhythm. So that is one of the reasons why not to use that. An alternative for, they also burn out easily. An alternative for that is if your reptile needs a basking light, just get a halogen bulb, a regular halogen bulb. It's a lot cheaper. You don't need to go get one that's targeted for reptiles that's horribly overpriced at the pet store or wherever you're getting it from. Just get a regular halogen bulb. Just make sure the wattage is what you need it to be for your reptile. Obviously, you need to do your research for your reptile that you have, because every reptile's requirements are different. I also forgot to mention, I'm editing this video, and I forgot to mention you also could get ceramic heat emitter if your animal doesn't need light. So a ceramic heat emitter is a big thing that you should use if light is not important for your animal. And the third thing that I want to go over is also heat related, and this is a super common thing that is sold in pet shops. So the next thing you want to stay away from for sure is heat rocks, like this one. Heat rocks are incredibly dangerous for your animal. It has no way of regulating the heat, and it can burn your animal if it goes on it and gets too hot, and basically kill your animal, cook it. So no, you do not need to have a heat rock. I suggest either a basking spot with one of those halogen lights that I just told you about, or a regular heat mat. Make sure the heat mat is regulated. Make sure it's hooked up to a thermostat. That way, once it gets up to a certain temperature, it will shut off and not overheat and cook your animal. Okay, now was it fourth now? Yeah, the fourth one now is the UVB bulbs. Now, you typically want to steer clear away from the bulbs, the fluorescent bulbs. You want to get the long bulbs, the tubes. The best brands that you should get are the Reptile or Arcadia. And remember, the tubes, and you want to make sure you get what's right for your animal. So like I said, do your research for your animal, because there are different levels, there are different ones so figure out what one your animal needs. If it's a tropical or a desert animal, is going to be different. So make sure you do your research and not just get any old one that you come across. So the alternative to that would be one like this, like I have for Franklin here. As you can see, the light is able to be dispersed out more, rather than if I had a fluorescent bulb, it is just spotlighting one direct area and not throughout the whole enclosure. And the last one is really another very commonly bought at the pet stores and sold at all the pet stores, is the Reptile carpet. It is often green, or now they have the brown ones that's supposed to look mimic like a desert or whatever. Stay away from those. They can harbor bacteria. They're hard to clean, and they're expensive. You would have to replace them once a week, and that would just get too expensive. Another big reason that you want to steer clear away from all reptiles, even snakes. Now, a big reason, if you have any kind of lizard like a leopard gecko or bearded dragon or anything with claws or nails, they will get stuck in it. You want to steer clear away from that. You don't want your animal getting hurt. So if you have that right now, take it out, throw it in the trash, get actual substrate that works for your animal. If you don't have anything right now, just simple paper towel is easy and will work. You can get slate, you can get tile, things like that is good replacements if you don't have the substrate that you can get for it, which is obviously, like, every animal is different. So like I said, do your research, figure out what needs fits your animals. You want to get either the cocoa husk, core, however you say it. Mix it, soil, well, play sand, stuff like that. You got, like I said, do your research and figure out what works best for the animal that you have. Now, I did say I was going to throw in a sixth one, and this one I feel like is pretty important, and it is something that a lot of people have problems with, but decor. And what I mean by that is often people get all these different decorations and stuff at the pet store or whatnot, and a lot of times their animal will go into a space in the in like this fake rock or whatever it is, and get stuck. If it make sure your animal is not able to get stuck in it. If you're worried about your animal getting stuck in it, what you want to do is get some of that expandable foam and just spray that in any cracks and crevice that you may be worried about, because that is the last thing you want. You don't want your animal to get hurt and go through that headache of breaking that object, that your piece of decor that your animal is stuck in. Not only risk hurting your animal, you're breaking the decor and wasting your money on what you bought. So you definitely want to steer clear from that. And that concludes today's video. I'm Kritter Kyle. See you next time, all you wild critters. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.